place that's peaceful and quiet, a place where animals play. It's called a forest, but every year we start forest fires. A careless match or cigarette and poof, fire. So the next time you're in the forest, be extra careful, okay?
If you knew it was me, would you have listened?
I'm gonna get myself a modem. I'm gonna get myself a modem. Hey guys, I'm gonna get myself a modem. I'm gonna get myself a modem. Hey guys, I'm gonna get myself.
Right, here we are for a second run here of lunch therapy, Barefoot Tuesday. I'm going to try and put this on the old Facebook because I had to change the link. I don't know. You know, weird thing happening this morning out of our control. Sometimes things happen that are completely out of your control, and you just got to go with it. So we had our show.
You gotta say,
What? You got to say what?
we got to be in control
We got to be in control?
for it to work. Well, just for us on air.
Yeah. You know, sometimes I get really upset when things don't go exactly the way I want them to go. And I'm learning how to have radical acceptance. I was telling you about, I'm reading this book called Radical Acceptance, and I'm having a hard time radically accepting the way the lady's reading the book, because there's like a reader and she's reading the book and she's got a beautiful voice. Her elocution is perfect. But somehow for me, I feel like it's condescending. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just me. Maybe it reminds me of somebody. I don't know. But I'm like, but you know, I think maybe that's one of the things. Is maybe it points out that I'm need to work on my radical acceptance.
Radical acceptance. And
Yeah.
I know I think you've talked. Did somebody else, a guest, talk about that book?
Certainly. We were talking about it, I think, a couple of episodes ago when I first started reading it, and then also we're reading this book called "I'm Still Here" by Ram Dass. You know who Ram Dass is?
I don't.
Hey, look, Brenda Brown is here. Yes, I did her game show. She does this great game show on Facebook where she gets a bunch of comedians together, and she has a contest essentially, and there's even money involved. So that's kind of cool. Yeah.
Was that
really
so?
neat.
She charged that one you were on?
Yeah, that one I was on a while back. Yeah. So
Wow.
check it out sometime.
And you didn't win any money, unfortunately.
No, are you rubbing it in? You rubbing it in, Mama J?
I thought I sounded sad.
It was sad. It was quite sad. Kamala says there's such a huge fire going on in California. That's why I played that at the beginning. That retro, only you can prevent forest fires. It's funny also because Kamala had mentioned to me Stephen Wright and his joke. You know the comedian Stephen Wright? He had a joke. He's got those great one-liners. And he said, I heard that, I saw this commercial and it said, I'm paraphrasing, totally paraphrasing. Saw this commercial that said, only you can prevent forest fires. Oh no. That was his joke. But I didn't do it well. He's like, only
Oh,
you.
no.
Oh no. Like only you can prevent forest fires.
Oh,
like
no.
only, Donald Trump can save the country.
Yeah.
That ridiculous thing.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. So at the beginning of the show, we showed the trailer for Traverse City. We were in Traverse City at the behest of Michael Moore as a guest of Michael Moore in the Traverse City Film Festival.
Under Film Festival. What does it say?
What does it say? It
The
says,
return.
Cinema Saves the World, The Return. Cinema Saves the World. Yeah, they
Wow.
gave me this shirt at the thing. Let's get into the meditation portion of the show, because I gotta breathe.
Oh, you gotta breathe. I gotta breathe.
So I gotta accept another screwed up show. Last Tuesday was kind of screwed up, and now today. But you know what? Out of my control this time. Totally
It's
out
out
of
of
my
your,
control.
it is, Joel. It's out of your control, and I am very impressed. You have not said the F word, anything
I
during
didn't freak
this
out.
whole. Yeah, I'm very proud of you.
I did a bunch of rash things, like, restarting and creating new instances of the show to totally confuse people. So, what can you do? You can't do much about it. But we're on the right track, and now we got to just roll with it.
And guess who showed up? Brenda Brown.
It
See?
was so cool that Brenda Brown showed up. Because
Yeah.
we were really probably hard to find on Facebook.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Because we were coming in and out.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad it's fixed. I'm glad it's because it's going, well, we'll do it next Tuesday. And you go, no, we don't do that shit.
That's what I said, yeah. You said, oh, well, I guess we'll just have to do it next Tuesday. I'm like, no.
I said, okay. Okay, I'm staying with you.
All right, let's do this thing. Let's
stay with
breathe.
you.
In through the nose, out through the
Okay.
toes. Hold it. Let it go. In through the nose, out through the toes. Let it go. One more time, in through the toes. Hold it. And let it go.
Do you think it's because I said Nam Myoho Renge Kyo too many times?
I don't think you can say that too many times. I don't think there's a limit. In fact, I think people chant that for long periods of time, I think.
That's what I thought too. So and I was being sincere with it.
Yeah. Now, Kamala here says something great that I'm going to put on here. Joel was an amazing partner in Traverse City, Michigan. I absolutely could not have done it without him. Thank you, Joel. Wow. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Joe. You are you two are so committed with your projects for each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for the world, we're getting women in the Constitution. I mean, after all the 250 years that the United States has been around, women have not been in the Constitution. So it's bigger than us. Bigger than us.
And I don't, it's bigger than us, and I do not get the apathy about it. For some reason, it's like, it's just those of us who lived it, and the people who are now just don't even believe it.
Yeah.
Maybe they think I'm exaggerating when I tell my stories, and it's like, well, so what?
Some might say it's by design that people don't know. Hoy, Guignel picked us up at the airport to great peril to his own self last night. The LA airport is insane, absolutely insane, through all their construction.
Oh, is that what makes it so bad? This
Yep.
construction?
Yep.
Oh.
Equal Means Equal says people now are clueless about the ERA. It's so disturbing. It's because people have complicated it in such an incredible manner. Guinelle says, fuck LAX. LAX. Maybe we should change the name of LAX. Just call it.
Fuck X.
Call it shit show until they get it together.
Yeah.
Kamala says one of the major reasons is that right now it's still illegal. No, it's still legal to underpay women to the tune of $1.6 trillion a year. So women are getting shorted $1.6 trillion a year, and that $1.6 trillion could be put back into the economy because women make all the spending decisions, the majority of the spending decisions that go on in the United States. Yeah.
Right. Well, and here in Topeka, we have a couple of big companies, and a lot of women are working in this one company it's just huge. And I would like to know if they know, as women, and there's men, if they know if there's a difference in their pay scale.
Well, there's, a couple of things. Lily Ledbetter worked for Goodyear, and she was getting paid like almost half of what her co-workers were getting paid in the same job for her entire time she was at Goodyear, and she was a supervisor. Right. And it wasn't until at the retirement party that she found out she was getting paid almost half of what the other guys were. So when she found that out, it was a long, long fight to the Supreme Court. And she lost. Because they were saying, they had like these things where they were saying like, they would put all these limitations on it. That you have to like find out in the first 6 months of your job whether you're being paid less. And how could you do that? Because nobody's going to tell you. And there's a lot of places where you can't even ask. You can't even ask. In California, you can ask now. But that's only recently. Yeah. And so then they passed the Lilly Ledbetter Act. Obama signed it. The first thing he did when he got into office. But then she didn't see any money. She didn't see any compensation. Oh, Kamala says I said 6 months, first 90 days. It's even less.
90 days.
First 90 days. Yeah, so anyway, there's a lot to be done. Equal Rights Amendment would put women in the Constitution once and for all, and that would be on a federal level. So if you see our movie Equal Means Equal, you see things just, and we watched it again. We hadn't seen it in years because we made this movie and it won that festival in 2016, and we had seen it hundreds and hundreds of times in the editing process and in all the screenings and stuff. So we hadn't seen it in a long time. Holds up still to this day.
Yeah.
And fires people up. Lily Ledbetter has to Lily Ledbetter has to sell her tractor to pay her mortgage. Wow. Okay.
It is, yeah. And I've told you some of my instances of discrimination back in the set, because I was in a male dominated field, because I was in the printing business. Yeah. But I remember being a guy being promoted over me, and I went in there and I go, why did you promote him over me when, this and this and that? And he goes, well, he has I go, well, I have a child. And he goes, well, I would confront.
They talk about it in the movie. They talk about it in the movie too, just like that. They say women who have families are often paid less and less and less, whereas men who have families are paid more and more and more. Also we had a great...
They respect them.
Yes, they respect them in some way. We had a double screening. We had a screening with another movie called Still 9 to 5, which years later now, you remember the movie 9 to 5 with Dolly Parton and Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin? So they're revisiting that movie now and they went through the whole history of that movie, which was about women in the workplace, and it was a comedy, but it was really based in activism. And they made the movie like it was a really entertaining. I remember seeing it and just being really entertained, but also it was making a point. And the movie then investigates what's happened since then, because it was about women who were being underpaid and all these different issues that we're talking about.
Wow.
And it was super popular too, which is great.
Yeah. Still 9 to 5.
Yeah, still 9 to 5. It's worth seeing. One of the guests on this show, Zoe Nicholson, is in that movie as well. She was the woman who, when the Equal Rights Amendment was first passed by the House and the Senate, but it needed to be ratified by all the states, she did a hunger strike. And there's a whole book about it. It's really interesting. And there's a show called Lunch Therapy that investigates it as well, has her on the show. Super fun.
Lunch Therapy is behind the scenes on a lot of important
issues, right?
Issues.
I think you're right. But today is Barefoot. Look at that weird little rattle thing. You got to get one of those.
I might have to get one of those. What's he doing with it?
He's just waving it over my head.
He's waving. Does it hurt?
Whoa there, Travis. Watch out. This is Travis Schumacher from Healing Vibrations. Just love to have him. Whoa there. He's going to hit me with it.
He's calm.
He's calm. All right, in this very calm show that's happening, I want to show a clip of Michael Moore introducing Kamala and a little bit of what Kamala has to say. We can't play the whole clip, but you can go to Equal Means Equal on YouTube and see the rest of this. But let's check it out.
Yesterday, she's got some good things planned for Traverse City this week, and we consider her a friend. Honored to have her, and she will be at each of these events this week, introducing them. So please welcome a warm Traverse City re-welcome of the director of Equal Means Equal and the woman running the Let's Get the ERA and the Constitution group nationwide, Kamala Lopez.
It has been exactly 8 years since I was here, and we showed the film Equal Means Equal. It was a premiere. We won, thanks to you all, we won the Audience Award, and then we took the film all over the United States, and we ratified the final 3 states to the ERA. And that's an example, like Michael was saying about Slay the Dragon, that's an example of how art can change society and how we as citizens can use these mediums to really educate, activate, mobilize, and organize. And that's what we've done with the ERA. And it was very disturbing after all that work. We got Nevada in 2017, we got Illinois in 2018, and then after 4 years of a really difficult struggle in Virginia, where my team ended up moving to Virginia, we were there for many months, and we managed to flip the House and flip their whole Congress, and we got the ERA voted as the first vote after we managed to secure Virginia. The fact that Donald Trump, who was then president, sent a letter to the United States archivists ordering them not to publish the ERA was like a knife to the heart. It was shocking. It had never happened in the history of our country that a fully ratified constitutional amendment was blocked from publication. But that is exactly what happened to the ERA. And Equal Means Equal, my nonprofit, immediately sued the archivists and ordered them to do their job. Their job to publish is basically ministerial. It's non-discretionary. It's mandatory. It's not okay for one person to stand between the will of 38 states, the majority of the people of the country, 100 years of votes, and one person said, I won't stamp it. Publication does not do anything really except put the courts and the country on notice that this is the 28th Amendment and it must be enforced, it must be adopted. But because it had not been published, we saw Dobbs happen. So it's a 3-minute phone call from the President of the United States to the U.S. Archivist, who is now Colleen Shogan, and all he has to say is ignore the illegal OLC memo that Donald Trump sent to your predecessor and publish.
That's super cool.
Yes. I listened to the whole speech. I mean, she just kept my interest, and it was so frustrating. And especially when we have so many women in Washington, what is up with all of it? It's so frustrating. Thank you, Kamala.
Thank you, Kamala. All right, so now we're going to do a little roving reporter. First, I'm going to have Mama J. She is doing a report on the Olympics. She's been watching the Olympics very closely for lunch therapy, and she's got a really nice report here. Ladies and gentlemen, Mama J.
Hey, good morning. I'm just here to talk a little bit about the Olympics. Now, there are 2 events that I will not watch, and that is the ladies' volleyball, because it drives me crazy that they wear those skimpy bikinis. And I don't get it. Why would you wear that? The sand in the crotch, I don't get it. And the other one I won't watch is because I'm not mature enough, is I can't watch the men's diving because I don't pay attention to the diving. I'm paying attention to the skimpy swimsuits. And I'm comparing, and it's just sick. I don't need to be watching it. I'm just not mature enough. And also, I really wish that I would have paid more attention to badminton. Remember when you'd go for the family reunion and they'd have the volleyball/badminton net up? I wish I would have paid more attention to that, because I could actually have been playing badminton in the Olympics, I bet. I just think so, because I was good. I was good at it. So anyway, just giving my thoughts on the Olympics. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I have a hard time figuring out what's when and when's what. And so I have seen some of it. But anyway, happy Monday, happy Olympics. I will see you later.
Wow, that was some hard-hitting reporting there.
It was like I was in Paris. Didn't you think? It was just like I was reporting right from there.
I mean, I thought you were in Paris because you seem to be so immersed in the thing that we call the Olympics. Did you see the opening ceremonies? Were you there too, along the Seine?
I missed
so
all
beautiful.
of that.
So beautiful. Controversial, yes. Beautiful, yes. They had everything. It had everything. Had sex, drugs, and rock and roll, man. That's what it had.
Oh,
and
man,
sports.
That.
Had all of it.
And sports.
And sports.
Whoa.
Sex, drugs, rock and roll, and sports.
sports.
Yep. Is it time to do some Trash Panda comedy? I think it is.
Yeah, I do.
Let's do it since we're on the comedy scene. Ladies and gentlemen, so glad to be here. My name is Joel Marshall. This is the Trash Panda Comedy Club here in Los Angeles, California. And what we do here is we work on our material. We try out new things. We rant. We have experiences every Tuesday. This happens. I get 3 minutes. The guest gets 3 minutes. My thing today is just, I went to Traverse City, Michigan. I got the shirt on. And you know, a lot of times people say that the country is so homogenized. Everybody's the same everywhere you go. It's the same stores. It's the Gap. It's the McDonald's. It's everything is exactly the same. But I'm here to tell you, it is not exactly the same. And you got to get out there and experience it, especially these purple states, because you know sometimes people come to Los Angeles and they're like, "Oh my God, I'm so scared," you know, because you've got gangs and all these things going on here, and there's it's just, you know, guns and weapons, and people are, you know, I'm just scared. I'm just so scared. And people are breaking windows and stealing stuff. But I am much more scared to go to Michigan, I'll tell you. And that is because here in Los Angeles, people have kind of the same kind of outlook on life. They have the same kind of political views. They have the same views of what's important, what's not important. In Michigan, you have no idea what people are thinking. I go into this elevator, nice little old lady in there. I mean, mature lady. And she says to me, "So what are you doing in Traverse City, Michigan?" And I said, "Oh, we're guests of Michael Moore, and we've got this movie, and it's about putting, you know, women in the Constitution, Equal Rights Amendment." And her face just, she was like, just like that. And I was like thinking maybe I was imagining it. And then I went back to my room and I got bags and I was going down again, taking more bags. And there she was again. And she's standing way away from me in the elevator. And she's like, "You and I are so far apart on the political spectrum." And I was like, "Really? You don't want women in the Constitution?" She's like, "We are in the Constitution." And then it was like silence after that. And then, so then later on, I'm going about my business, getting more bags. I go back into the elevator. There she is with her husband. She says, "You know, we're from Kentucky. We're traditional Americans." And I said, "Traditional Americans?" I said, "I don't know. You know, congratulations on being traditional Americans." But I'm like, maybe I'm a traditional American too. You know, I mean, I think even some of my relatives came over on the Mayflower, and they're like, your relatives would be ashamed about what you're doing. And I was like, "Really? I mean, God, you know that my relatives would be ashamed about me trying to get women represented in the Constitution?" And the guy was like, "Those were different times." I said, "You know, Constitution was written, women were the possession of men." He said, "Yeah, those were different times." And I said, "Yes, exactly, those were different times." And I said, "You know, maybe we should update the Constitution." And they were like, not having it. I said, "Well, maybe if you watch our movie, like I am not going to watch your movie." And I said, "Well, maybe, you know, you could open up your mind a little bit just at the possibility." And they were like, "We are not going to watch your movie." I said, "Well, maybe we could be friends, you know, just still be friends and have differing opinions." And they were like, "No." And I got to tell you, I have never experienced that before anywhere. And I feel like, you know, things, you know, you see on TV, things are heating up. Like there's all these like opposing sides. So I think being out in these purple states, I think they call them, is a little bit more, I don't know, I guess. And you know what's weird? So many dispensaries all over Michigan. So much pot. People are so high. You'd think they'd be getting along. But, and there's I don't know what's happening. Anyway, interesting. Amazing people in Michigan. It just seems like there's a lot of people with a lot of different values. By the way, these people were from Kentucky, and this was kind of a resort. So I don't know. Maybe Mama J can fill me in on this, you know, living out there in Middle America and what it's like. But, you know, I was kind of glad to get back to Los Angeles, I got to say. Ladies and gentlemen, Mama J. Uh-oh. No Mama J. There we go.
Your friend.
What'd you say? You were muted. Sorry. My fault.
Oh, you muted me?
Yeah, I muted you. I was like, here's what Mama J has to say. Let's mute her.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so I heard that, oh shit. Yes, Mid-America is like that. They're a tough crowd, and I couldn't believe they were not your friend.
They wouldn't even be my friend.
How could anybody treat you that way?
I don't know.
Get it. You know, I kind of have a similar story. So, you know, one of my volunteer jobs is I help the unsheltered and their pets. Okay. And so I also have a job, a new little part-time job. So I see one of the unsheltered come to our thing Thursday. He has on the t-shirt from the company I'm going to work for. And I said, hey, do you work there? And he says, yes, I do. He says, all I do every day is check to see if there's a stamp on an envelope. And I go, really? And I said, my job is going to be unstuffing envelopes. And he says, any ape or monkey can do this job. And he says, you're in the extraction department.
The extraction. Wow.
So I feel honored, and I'm a woman being in the extraction department. So a kind of a similar thing, but we were friends. Unfortunately, you guys weren't. But anyway, that being said, that is very exciting. And then I was so excited. You know, I'm an influencer, but I gave it up, right? At 71, through being an influencer for the older people, I have become casino people.
Casino people?
I'm casino people. When you go to the casino, all the old people are having fun. They're drinking, they're smoking, and they're gambling. And then, you know, the men, they kind of have a problem getting it up anymore. They can still see the prostitutes, and they'll check their prostates for $10.
Wow.
And you know what? The other day, one of the men thought I was a prostitute.
What?
No, I don't do prostate. Sorry. And but you know what? What happens is I still put my makeup on, fix my hair, and I dress nicely. Because from the casino, they always get busted at the Shawnee County line. And those people will look like shit in their mugshot. But so if they see me in the mugshot, they're going to go, well, look at that. Jay looks so cute in that mugshot. So that's my latest on how I'm just changing my life, Joel.
I love it. I love it. Woo! So do you think yeah. That's fantastic. Do you think that that's why they're called prostitutes?
Well, you know, and say prostitute and prostate, it's very similar.
It is very similar. It's a good point.
Yeah. I just noticed that myself because I kept saying it, kind of getting it confused.
Are there more jobs that you could do, you know, combine them? Seems like, you know, in our new gig economy, there should be more combined jobs, you know, where you're like, you know, you're already there, so you might as well.
Yeah, might as well. You know what? Before you know it, I'll be working there. Maybe not as a prostitute, but maybe I'll be checking them that they're not taking drugs in their car or something. I don't know.
Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
So, it's like, yeah. I mean, there's definitely a whole routine there about combined jobs as well, I think. All right, so now it's time for wildlife therapy. We're cruising along on this show. We're cruising along. And it's great because you have two wildlife therapy events here. Cicadas answering each other. Wow.
So Joel.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Guess what? I just found this out, that some of those are tree frogs.
Well, I could have told you that.
You think, am I hearing tree frogs and not cicadas?
Yeah, these are not just purely cicadas.
Yeah.
The cicadas. Let's listen closely. It's kind of a ribbit. No, I don't think the cicadas do that, right?
No.
Is it always that noisy around your place? Really?
Every night. And you know, I actually was investigating because we were in cicada apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
But I went to my tree from last year. I have one cicada coming out of his shell. That's it.
Wow.
So we did not get the apocalypse.
The apocalypse. Apocalypse.
Prostitute.
Protoxylus.
The cicada I don't know how to say apocalypse.
No one knows how to say apocalypse. Nobody does.
But anyway, I think there's tree frogs in the mix. But I want a tree frog to land on my window because I think they're so cute, but not yet. Nobody has.
No, I don't want that. All right, look at this. Where are you? Elephants. There was a dragonfly apocalypse in Oregon. Oh my God, yes. There was. Did you hear about that? The dragonfly thing?
Oh.
All right, hold on. We got to stop this for a second.
This is breaking news.
This is breaking news. Breaking news. Okay. Oh, well, that's me in Traverse City. Hold on. Now we're really messed up. Okay, so in front of the elephants, we're going to have to do this breaking news. I'm going to have to find it, though. I have to find it.
Now I have to see it because I'm so intrigued.
Okay. Let's see if I can find it. I think I can.
I thought it was you, like, going to show me dragonflies.
Oh, I'm going to show you this dragon flopocalypse is what I'm going to show you.
That sounds like well, never mind.
Oh, you're going to see it. Oh my God, I found it. Hold on.
Good.
Hold on. Get ready. I love it when people mention things in the chat room and then we show it on the show. So this is from the New York Post here. This is just cell phone footage.
This is insane. Look at this. Even more now.
Yes, they are.
Crap, look at this.
Look at them all. They're just people on the beach.
Swarm over here. Holy.
That is, you know what? Those have, the monsters like when the lizard would be Godzilla, and
Yeah.
they've been.
I've never
What
seen
is it?
anything like this.
Look at them all. Look at them all. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
See,
Oh my God.
we were getting in our car yesterday to drive to the airport, and there was one of those, just one of them, and it was just really like hovering outside the front window, just hovering outside the window, and we were like, oh my God, we were freaked out from that. We were like, is it trying to tell us something?
Well, okay.
What's going on?
Yes, it was. It was. They have been released, and they have been. What am I trying to say, Joel? That the lizard turned into Godzilla because of the radiation from what?
Oh, really? From the nuclear power plant?
Yes, yes, and yes, and that's what's. Look at the size of these dragonflies.
This is at. You think you can't pronounce apocalypse? Try Miscomquot State Beach.
Miscomquot?
Miscomquot State Beach. Let's find out where that is.
Misquamicut. That sounds nasty.
Rhode Island. It's Rhode Island. It's
That
Rhode
sounds
Island.
nasty.
This coming from Nasty Mama J.
This is from, and I am shocked. If
That
I'm
is.
shocked, it's really nasty.
Miscomquot.
Thank
Anyway.
you for sharing that.
Thanks for sharing that.
clueless.
You know, while we're here, we might as well share this as well. This is just something that I really enjoy. Have you seen this? I love that. I could watch that over and over again. Here it is.
Well, I have some breaking news regarding Sugar Kitty.
You do?
I will. This is huge. This is huge.
Wow. Okay. All right.
So Sugar Kitty. I always
No,
say
no.
better-
Wait a minute. Before we get in there. Oh, that keeps happening. And maybe someday we'll get to that news event. Go ahead. Tell us about Sugar Kitty.
Okay, so Sugar Kitty always gets more likes than me on Instagram, right?
Yeah, always.
15,000 to my 200. All right, listen to this.
Yeah.
My photo where I bicycle up the summit of Slungolian, say that, Slungolian Pass
Slungolian Pass.
at 11,000. So I at 11,530 feet, I got 2,275 likes. Kitty just rolling around and purring got 1289.
My God, yes. Yes. Yes.
Thank you. Finally.
Finally. Congratulations. So you're saying you finally beat the Sugar Kitty? You finally beat Sugar Kitty?
I beat Sugar Kitty for the first time.
Congratulations. That's really big.
She always kicks ass. I kicked her ass.
We got Charlie here today. He's not going to leave me alone because I was gone for so long. My cat will not leave me alone. So I'm going to have to incorporate everything I do into the life of the cat.
Maybe that's what happened to our show. Charlie did something.
Charlie sabotaged it because he didn't want me paying attention to the people out there, all the masses. He wanted just his own attention.
All the masses.
And, Sven is here. Sven de Kock is here. The caws in my yard have a language. Oh, that's interesting. They talk to each other.
Ooh, now is a caw a macaw?
Well, you know, Sven is from Belgium. And so I'm thinking it must be a macaw. That's what I'm thinking.
Not a crow. A macaw. Ooh.
A macaw.
He's going to have to send us a video of the macaws talking.
I know. Okay, we got to get back to wildlife therapy. We forgot about the elephants completely.
Oh, do you have a lot? I have a lot of elephants in my house. Do you have a lot of elephants in your house?
What?
Well, not real elephant. Elephant.
A lot of elephants in my house? That would be a mess. That would be an absolute. It would smell. Even the little ones.
Yeah,
they would crush everything. Have you seen the video where the lady's like rolling around with the elephant? You seen that one?
I have not.
Oh my God.
No.
Let me see if I can find it for you.
I have a lot of little elephant thingies. So I
You
love
do?
elephants.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Not actual elephants.
Not actual elephants.
Okay.
I'm not,
I gotta say, I've got no elephants. I mean, I've got, the elephant god. I've got, but I don't have elephants. I don't think so. I gotta do something about that, I guess. Yeah.
Guido Ganga. What's our elephant god? What's his name? Ginga? Ganga?
Oh dear. This is the lady with the elephant. We gotta watch her. I love that.
You would be late with an elephant.
It's great, isn't it?
Are you good?
So you're speaking of
Breaking her leg.
You're speaking of Ganesha, right? Ganesha, the elephant god.
Not
Ganesha.
Ganesha.
Not Ginyel. Ganesha. Jason Edelman says, "What did I Mississippi?" He missed his Mississippi. He missed some stuff because we went live and then it didn't go live, and then we were like freaking out. We were actually really super calm. We were the most calm, not going live people. And then there was like 18 different links to different YouTubes, and we lost everybody. And so it's great to see you, Jason, here. Now we're going, overtime because it's not really overtime. We're just, we're still real time. And I got to show you. Okay, let's just do the elephants. Let's talk about elephants since we got the elephants.
There's some neat stuff about them that I did not know.
I mean, they're incredible animals. Of course, they're the biggest mammals on land, right?
Yeah.
I'm kind of winging it saying that, but I'm pretty sure they're the biggest.
Look, I'm reading really fast.
I mean, what's bigger? A moose? No.
Let's see. Okay.
Average lifespan, 50 to 60, 70 years.
Listen to this. Did you know that an elephant makes a purring noise like a cat?
That's so great. Do you think we could find something that would have that purring sound? Maybe later we could do that.
We're gonna try that.
Okay, this is cool. The trunk of the elephant has more than 150,000 muscles and tendons in it.
Wait.
The heaviest elephant in the world weighed 26,000 pounds. You see, that's why I don't have elephants around my house.
We can't. That's a lot of. That's big. Did you know it? A female can still be having babies at 50 years old.
Whoa. Wow.
No, I would not have a baby at 50. I wouldn't know.
Guess how many
Yeah.
gallons of water they can hold in their trunk at a time?
How many gallons of water?
That's for the chat room. Chat room. How many gallons of water? I'm not even gonna tell. I'm not gonna tell.
I won't say either.
I'm gonna tell anybody.
I'm not telling nobody. I haven't.
The most expensive coffee brands in the world make coffee from the droppings of Thai elephants.
I know. So, remember when we did not have coffee at that Thai restaurant? When we
Yes.
all went there?
Yes.
And that was elephant poop.
Thank God we didn't do that. Thank God. Because the thing is, have you ever heard of that microorganism that's in cat poop? And if you touch and you get it in your mouth and you get it in your body, then all of a sudden you become a cat. I'm going to say cat man. I think that happened to me.
Catman.
I became a cat man.
Oh, it did?
Well, I just think, all I want to do is take care of cats. And I'm thinking maybe I got that. So,
And you have not. Yeah.
so if I
Charlie's right
drank,
there with you.
Charlie's right here, taking care of him, high priority. But if I were to drink that elephant coffee, maybe I'll just want to take care of elephants.
I know. And you can do that. I want to go lay with that baby elephant, but I think it would hurt my back. Hey, I'm getting my back fixed tomorrow.
Oh my gosh, you're so bold.
I am
You
so
just
bold.
run right into the fray.
Yeah, I do.
It's incredible. Well, I hope it's going to be fixed.
And I still don't know. Hey, do you know how they
So
throw
beautiful.
mud on them to sunbathe?
Oh, equal means equal says 10. We got a guest.
10 gallons.
A guess.
I don't know.
10. It's actually, what is it again? 4? It's not as exciting now, is it?
No,
4 gallons. I like 10.
You know what?
Let's go with 10.
So that sounds much more exciting. But listen, when you guys went to Costa Rica, did you go to the volcanic mud baths and get mud all over you from the volcanic mud bath?
Do I look like the kind of person that would go to the volcanic mud baths and get mud intentionally all over me?
Of
Come on.
course you would.
No.
You didn't. You didn't ride horses through the jungle and then get mud all over.
I rode horses through the jungle. I am definitely a ride horses through the jungle kind of person. And along the beach. But
not that.
putting mud purposely all over my body?
Well, that's why I look so good for my age.
Is that it? Wow.
Yeah. Took years off of me.
Okay, one more thing about the elephants. I got to show you this. This is going to be super cool. So this guy took care of elephants, and then he came back many, many years later. You've seen this with lions. Check this out. So here he is.
Did the elephant follow him back to his house?
This is from Elephant News. Elephants ran to reunion with the favorite people who were away for 14 months. Look at them all. Look at them, they're just running. Look at them. Isn't that cool? Like Baywatch with pachyderms. It is. Like Baywatch with pachyderms.
Wow. Oh, look at them. They're just, oh my gosh.
Isn't that cool? That's pretty cool.
Oh, that is so sweet. Oh my God.
And, all right. Okay, so that was cool, right? Oh! Jeez, the storm is really kicking up. It's loud. Some loud storm. So can I get you a brewski?
Yes, I would. I would like that. Do you know what? I want a brewski with a shot of whiskey.
Yeah. Jason is saying sign me up to the elephants, not sign me up for the shot of whiskey, but maybe he wants the whiskey too. Equal means equal. Really like that. Yeah. You're going to have shot both. Yeah, is that a Boilermaker?
The Boilermaker, yeah.
Were you plunking in there? You know, I had some non-alcoholic Guinness beer this week in Traverse City.
Really?
Yeah, it was good.
You
It's
know, I
good.
can't drink beer because I'm allergic to barley and hops.
Well, that would really put a damper on things, wouldn't it?
Would, yeah.
What happens? You get like big lips?
Oh, my lips, yeah. And you know, I used to drink a lot of beer and like to make out and with just random people.
Yeah, me
And-
too. Just random people.
Oh
No,
my God.
no, only you. I mean, it's cool. Not to say I'm not slut shaming you or whatever that is, whatever they call it.
Oh, the way either. I just made out.
It's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just didn't have the opportunity really to just
I don't
make
think
out
you're a
with
slut
people.
If you're just making out with. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
not a slut.
don't not slut shame me. Don't non-slut shame me. You don't want to do that.
Yeah, that was a struggle. I mean, come on.
Okay, so remember how I told you at the top of the show, or maybe it was the top of the other show, I don't know, that we, you just can't wander off into the woods. That I learned that this week at Traverse City. So we went on a journey to find what's called the Hippie Tree. Here we go. Hi, I'm Joel Marshall reporting for Lunch Therapy. We are pursuing the Hippie Tree here just outside of Traverse City in Michigan. Come on this way. We're supposed to go. So I just want to set this up. I was like, there's got to be some sites that I can show on Lunch Therapy. There's got to be some things. So I found out about this thing called the Hippie Tree. And then we just read an article. I got the address. We just drove over there. And then we just went out in the woods. No water. No, not even knowing where the car was, not knowing the address. Very little charge on my phone.
Oh my God.
Don't do
no.
this, people. Don't do this. There's a trail.
No.
Yeah. We're going to go up
Oh.
the hill into a clearing, and then we're going to take a left, and we should find this mystical experience. See, and I thought maybe this was like just off the road, just like a little ways in. Maybe you'd still be able to see the car from the Hippie Tree. That's what I thought.
Police get
This
in
is the
trouble.
aforementioned hill. Yeah. See, and I look like I know what I'm doing. Around here.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, there used to be some kind of a mental institution nearby, or a hospital of some sort. We saw some of it on the way here. We'll go back and take a look after we survive this experience. See, that's the thing. Actually,
Is Kamala worried?
she's worried. She's very worried. Very worried. Let's see. So I met this lady in the elevator. She's from Kentucky. Oh, now I'm talking about the Kentucky lady. We told her that we were trying to get women equal rights
And
in the
there could have
Constitution.
been bears in there.
She told
you
me
know that
it could have been.
real?
There could have been. Wait a minute. Something's terribly wrong with this. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. This is very. This is very creepy. Wait till you see this. Wait till you see this. I just got to set this up a little bit. This is the institution where the hippies were forged. Yeah, this is a little... It was an asylum where they kept people, a mental institution as they called it back then. Now it's all boarded up. Nutshell products are present in this building now. So do not enter if you have nut allergies. It actually said that. Private property, hazardous conditions. Down here is where they filmed the Blair Witch Project. Come on. Remember this part of the Blair Witch Project? This is the place where he stood in the corner. It's horrifying. Remember that shot? Look, it's scary. This is horrifying. Let's get out of here. Wow.
You could be our next horror movie star.
It is in that cupola where the craziest of the hippies lived. That's scary. His name was Fairfield Winterbacher. Fairfield Winterbacher. He lived up there in that cupola. Yeah. And led something they called meditation. Isn't that terrifying? So then we got to the Hippie Tree. Let me see if I can get us there. I am Joel Marshall. We don't want to go back to that, of course. But let's see if we can really get ourselves to the Hippie Tree, because it's it was much more impactful than I thought it was going to be. I am Joel Marshall. Hold on. Okay, so we found this lady. First of all, we tried to check the map.
The 13.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so there are maps. I mean, we're going for a long ways. First we saw this thing. Oh, let me show you this. We go up here and, yeah, check this out. Oh.
That's scary. Look at that face.
Isn't that scary? There's this face up there.
It's huge.
Oh, wait. Okay, here we go.
I don't know.
And you still don't have any water.
Look at me, I'm starting to get scared.
Oh, then there's a serial killer right
Here comes somebody right here to take us out. You know where the Hippie Tree is?
Oh my God. And you're asking for help.
Yeah.
We're going to go back this way.
We have a vicious dog.
God.
You're going to come to a bridge, cross the bridge. You're going to go through the boardwalk. Am I being recorded?
Yes.
In the sky.
Is this a test to see if I know?
Yeah, it's us.
You're going to go through the cathedral of trees.
Look at that scary dog.
You're going to go come to an opening.
It's horrifying.
You're going to see a sign that says Orchard Trail. Okay. And you don't want to go that way. You want to go left. So
Oh my God. The directions.
Sort of keep going.
Oh my God, it sounds really far.
It's not really far. It'll take 10, 15 minutes.
Okay.
And if you wanted to drive closer, there's another easier, quicker spot to get to. Okay.
You see how I'm looking at her like I'm taking in this information? I cannot take in information that is like directions when I have no visual at all. I have no idea, so I act like I know. And of course, my life could depend on it. Sven says, get real. Apart from Corcovado, Costa Rica is a theme park. Aha, see? He's like Blair Witch.
Like,
yeah.
Okay, now you're okay.
See, I'm rocking it. All right, let's go.
You're rocking it.
Okay. So I just want to make it known that I said from here to go left. And he wanted to go right, but it's to the left.
You're getting there. You're sort of going like over there.
Okay.
You could
Thank
go
you.
up and over, but I think you're better off to just go straight through.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was nice.
Like you'll be walking along. There's like grassy hill here, and you're sort of walking along the edge of it, and the hippie tree is sort of tucked
Behind the grass.
down the hill.
Okay, thank you.
Did you not get the feeling there's something wrong with her?
Oh man, she was totally leading us astray. Let's face it. She was trying to. There was something scary about her, right?
Yeah, there's somebody ready to cut your head off.
Look at the road signs, though. I mean, like.
Emma was here.
Emma was here. Where's Emma now?
Where to
Yeah.
go to the ridge? I don't know.
Now I'm getting scared.
This
now.
is not, we can't give up this easily. Well, do you want to take over? Yeah.
Look at this. We're just getting lost. Farther and farther into the woods. Okay, we finally did find it. Let's see if we can. City. This is one of the Let's see. Oh, this is crazy. Watch this, what happens. I'm kind of an offering to the tree. So we're going to make an offering to the tree. It's a very spiritual place.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you, I mean, when I read the description of this thing, they said that there is, if you walk around the tree in the exact right way, there is the gates of hell are there.
Oh my God.
That's what they said.
That.
That's what I did say it somewhere in this thing, but it's like such an edited mess that
He led you to the gates of hell. I can't believe you kept
polar
walking.
opposites. I know. Here. I think there is
freaked.
probably
scary.
To hell, and if there is an entrance to hell, I'm sure there's an entrance to heaven as well.
Right.
So let's take the Polaroid.
Watch this. This is nuts.
Take a picture of ourselves and leave it as a trinket.
Watch this. So I'm going to take a picture of the we had a Polaroid camera.
Okay.
Check it out.
Take a selfie here.
Wow.
I know.
Oh man. You're doing a selfie.
Yeah. Wait till you see what happens. It's nuts. So frightening.
Wouldn't it be amazing if we took it out and there was
Gotta let it.
of the tree and we weren't there?
I can't hear you.
I know. You know what happened is Boney edited this thing before the show, and then he gave me the wrong one.
Okay.
But we'll watch. I can narrate it. I can totally narrate. Watch this. Watch what happens. This will be like, a standalone, wonderful thing on you. Oh, look. We're not in the picture. Isn't that crazy?
You're not in the picture because
We're ghosts.
you're vampires.
That's when we suddenly realized we were vampires.
Vampires.
Oh, there we are.
You know that? Yeah.
Anyway, that's the hippie tree. Terrible. I apologize for the terrible editing job on that. Really don't know what happened. Boney, I'm not going to... See, I'm so radical acceptance now that I won't even give Boney a hard time for that. I mean, I'm fine.
Who cares?
Totally fine. I'm modeling radical acceptance for all you people out there. You know how something goes wrong and you're just like, you tried like 3 times to get the live stream happening, and it's not as if you haven't been doing this for 4.5 years, and you know how a live stream works, but you look like a complete, like it's your first day, like day one, but still, you breathe, you feel your feet, you stayed with me, you started to bail on me. Remember when you were like, let's just do it next week. I'm like, next week. Lunch therapy is like a freight train. Next week, I've got Kyle Helf on the show. Have you met Kyle? He's fantastic. Yeah. That's gonna be good.
I apologize because I'm not radical acceptance yet. You see how I'm freaking out on your hike, and you're like, oh, maybe it's a gateway to heaven too.
Okay, so let me tell you what happened at the end of that. What happened is we saw the tree. We, argued our way to the tree. She was like, go this way. I was like, go that way. I got all snippy. She was trying to do some improv. I said, stop doing that. There was just like a lot of, arguing going on. And we finally got to the tree. We had the spiritual experience. And then we left. And what I realized, because I don't do a lot of hiking, is the path doesn't look the same on the way back. So I suddenly strayed off the path. And we were just walking out, and I started looking around going, I don't remember any of this stuff. And I started to, panic, and you get kind of, disoriented. And then you're starting to be like, how am I? And the battery's dying on my phone, and there's no reception. And I'm starting to figure, and I said to myself, I said to Kamala, I think we're on the wrong path. And she said, I don't know. I don't know if we are. And so then I was really panicked. And then there was a guy that came with a bike, and I said, that part, the Cathedral of Trees, where there's wood planks? Where is that? And he gave me some directions similar to the ones that the woman with the dog gave me. And I just took them in, and I just hoped for the best. And you know what? We made it back. But it was a lesson learned.
I'm a wreck.
It could have ended up like Blair Witch.
Well, no, not even Blair Witch. You could have ended up like The Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah.
Seriously, those people, they could have been eating you for supper that night. But
Deliverance.
no, you guys are just I'm freaked.
I know. I woke up in the middle of the night, all sweaty. You know, just remembering that. Sven's here.
PTSD.
Sven says, do you think the Blair Witch and Bob and Twin Peaks are any way connected? Wow.
That's really
Those kind of insights really bring this show up to another level. I really appreciate that, Sven.
Yeah, that's yeah. No,
All right.
you're definitely in danger the entire time. As far as I'm concerned, you are lucky to be here. Thank you, whoever Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Namyo Reikiko. Thank you, Radical Acceptance. Thank you, God. Thank you, that lady in the elevator. Thank you to Michael Moore. Thank you to Mama J. Just thanks to everybody in the universe. Thanks to Guignel for picking up us up at the airport. All of these things.
Yeah.
Just keep it all just moving smoother.
Yeah.
And I learned. I was able to learn without the incredible suffering of being lost in the woods. Blaming each other. Imagine it would be like blaming each other. You should have paid attention. No, you did. You should have looked at that map. You were distracting me. You know. Imagine that. The infighting that would have occurred.
And you didn't. You did it.
But we kept our wits about us. We studied our radical acceptance. There was no apocalypse.
No apocalypses.
Yep.
And I will tell
Here
you
to tell the tale.
I was a mountain girl, and mountain and dirt biking and hiking in the mountains. And I tell you what, my husband, he jumped my ass because I thought I was a leader of a group and I led us safely back to camp, but he didn't know where we were. And we're in the Rocky Mountains, man. So maybe I'm stirred up a little bit.
Yeah.
I kind of got PTSD because I got in so much trouble a couple of times from Denny. Woo!
Yeah. You all of a sudden get that sense of responsibility. It's not only my life that's in my hands, but it's the lives of others that I'm leading.
And I did it. I got him home safe. It didn't matter. You always stay with the group.
Yeah.
Oh, see, listen to me. Can you hear my voice?
I know. It's so much stress. So much stress. Let's take a deep breath and then we're going to dance it out. Okay? Are you breathing?
Nope.
I didn't think so. You were dancing already. Let it go. Got to do these things in order. All right. Thanks everybody who found us eventually after, the long sojourn of the thing not working, and God knows what's out there. God knows.
Yeah. God knows.
But let's dance. So this guy, Judd Caswell, he is an amazing musician. He has his own YouTube channel. He plays a lot of covers plus his own original songs. And I picked one of my favorite songs on the guitar here for him to play. And so I hope you'll enjoy this.
Thank you, Joel.
Thank you for being on the show, co-hosting Mama J. I always say Mama J from Netflix The Trust because it helps.
Somewhere it helps.
Somewhere it helps. On the internet it helps. It does. You ready?
She broke down and let me in. Made me see where I've been. times, never going back again.
This is not easy, this song. All right, thanks everybody. This has been Lunch Therapy, Barefoot Tuesday. See y'all on Friday.